Sentinels.
Here comes a 5 versus 5. Smokes are down for the attackers in a few more seconds here, and the retake is going to be on.
But the first blood is drawn by Hero. Now, patience being shown again from Sen. Cautious steps forward, trying to clear through by elbow. You can see where the vast majority of FNATIC sit.
Two flashes ready.
They're waiting for it. First contact made. Site being swarmed. Sentinels looking for a body to drop, and the shots aren't landing this time. It's John QT to answer back. They've got sight, but they don't know about Hero. Pressure from the back lines! 3 for him, eyeing up his 4th. And John QT can only dodge for so long! FNATIC with the first!
First round it's A, second round it's B, and another 5 versus 5 retake is going to be on the horizon here. Sentinels in a position, if they want to, they can flood out quickly.
They're looking to maybe springboard off the contact here, but Alpha standing on guard. That's second gone and tens. Sen now down to 3. Again, it is just classic, so they're looking to do any sort of damage they can. Not finding that right now, and Alpha and Chronicle. Clean work, a flawless round here for FNATIC.
Durka, Boaster, both slipping the net. They're trying to do a split on B site.
But the high-low setup in market could still find masses of value. You look at Zekken, you look at John QT. Zekken in a wonderful position, but a very uncharacteristic missed shot, and Alpha takes it with both hands. The crunch coming in now. Wrap it around, Zelsis in trouble. Oh my god, so much trouble. Who the hell is this FNATIC? Because Sen unable to find their footing. I'm a little surprised, as I thought that nice little setup in market could have really rewarded Sentinels here, but no, it's down to the last 2 who aren't really encouraged to go for this now. Never quite down and never quite out. This time, that's what we're talking about. Sassy with a quick 2 in middle. Already doing so much damage, catching them by tiles, it gives them a huge advantage. However, unrecoverable weapons, that would have been lovely to get to hand, maybe supplement the 2 remainders that they had left over. Again, Zelsis, John QT, and Zekken still on those sheriffs, but it's tens on the corner. Boaster potentially on the chopping block. And it's going to respect that and fall back step by step.
Keeping in mind here that 3 players from Sentinels have sheriffs. They only have those 2 vandals, and if Hero gets his hat off, he can get the information. This 3v5 is winnable. Right now, it's a 3 versus 4 in the A site.
Oh, tens again, another step back. Not getting what he wanted, but feeling brave enough to go back in. And that's why, big pickup on Alpha there. And now they slow the roll. Sassy in unison. This is what Sentinels needed. As Hero gets caught, Sentinels under FNATIC control. They need a plant here, which they should get, and you look at the post here. Does Sen pick up the pace? Do they look to pressure now? The paranoia came in, the flash went through in the boom bot, but they found nothing for it yet. I'm looking at the lurk as well. John QT's position could be divine. Let's wait though, as already Durka going to find tens, controlling the site for a second with 2! And he's back on it now! You've got the ult coming through, Sassy sends out Dizzy, John QT, the lurk comes in perfectly! As Alpha left in a 1v4, he's been found! The IGL taking the reins here.
Stealing sight.
Actually, hold on, there's commitment! Zekken swings off the back of the paranoia. And that is a devastating duo to be holding that push up on A. Lovely synergy, and they've done well to get the first.
Stalled out, 1 minute remains on the clock. FNATIC can't break through A. They've used so much as well. They've used a drone in that position. They've used stun, a flash. Now they're down their duelists as well. Looking to pivot over towards B, but Sentinels, they staved that off with just 2 players. Their main defense is toward that B side. They got the trips there. They've got the triangle setup.
I feel like John QT is getting such a good read of this as well. That camera is going to give away the game.
Boaster through middle. Is he going to catch Zekken here?
Well, timing is everything, Boaster.
Oh!
It wasn't pretty, but it will get the job done.
Heroes walked out B as well.
It's Alpha, though, to get the reward. He's still pushing through. The site under contest. Hero getting further than maybe they'd expect, but market is still an issue. Sen have bodies here. Alpha not completely clean on the cross, and John gonna catch him. Hero trying to work forward. It's Boaster with 1, and now down to the 1v1. With 8 seconds. They're solo on time, and the mosh. Hero has to go through it. He gets it, and he's gonna get the plant. Sassy isn't gonna be able to swing in time. Spike's down, but is he ready for the fight?
The cage.
It's perfect to give him a moment of respite. Spotting the cam and spotting the player. Sassy, the one to set this in motion. QT can keep a beat on if anyone is slipping through. You can see them trying to eye it up. Durka looking for it.
Sassy.
Poster's there. Sassy almost shutting down on one. Zekken looking for a body. Can't get it. It's Chronicle to connect. So the mid-fight continuing. And do they re-aggress here, Sen?
Not enough util. FNATIC.
John QT, he gets overwhelmed, he gets run over. I thought he could have stopped this divide now invested. Zelsis? You're a brave boy, Zelsis. He's going back in for more. He wants seconds. One attempt wasn't enough. Working at the back of the dizzy. I don't think they know he's here. Zelsis with the opportunity to do some serious damage.
Wait a minute.
And he's doing it. Back-to-back impact. But a 1v3, he'd have to go
Chronicle
for an ace. He's read Chronicle's position. Zelsis is absolutely reading this, but the timing not there. Chronicle.
Abilities are back online for the attackers.
They want to secure the cross though. There's still threat to this. Tens, Sarsi, both here. Pain Shell is perfect. It's going to do so much. Force them away. Alpha gets the fight and he gets the kill as well. Plant now in play. Durka defending, takes away Tens, but it's Zekken with the impact through on CT. Looking to re-clear. That's a third. This could be magic for that man, but it's Chronicle still alive. Zelsis takes another, but a 1v2. Chronicle the hero from before, but can he don the cape again? The reposition, they're staying close. Sentinels taking no risks here, but a fair fight found for John QT. Trade in place.
The trades are going to be so difficult to get into play with these classics, but here it's the market split. They were trying to set this up earlier, trying to shock the trips early. Closer in Chronicle.
Oh!
And he gets the kill with the
Okay, the classic, and it's the Bulldog this time? John QT has been stalwart in approach of holding that B site. Chronicle gets the better of Zelsis. Tens can't even get a second in the round, leaving Sarsi, who was probably identified over towards that A site very early on. They get a beat on his new position here towards market. His options have pretty much gone here. And as if that's how they stick the landing, Josh, I didn't see that's how FNATIC was going to get back in with a classic kill and a Bulldog on B site.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, won't be a flawless round.
No.
Not again. Saucy trying to save his rifle again. This is the second time that he'd be going for it, but FNATIC again taking the lead.
Take some space.
30 seconds
You're looking at the vast majority of Sentinels trying to focus up towards market, slip away towards CT,
Space
find
created.
a bit of safety.
Chronicle up middle. It's just the camera to spot him, but he's not going to pop that camera at this stage in the round. Chronicle.
But they got to buy time. They still have to keep them present here, keep them locked in towards market. Durka and Alpha in unison. And now you got to look for the lurk here. Chronicle can now pull the trigger. He can get closer. They're none the wiser. They have no idea of the creeping death behind. No way! Outrageous! And if John QT's alive, is there hope? The 1v1 between the young gun and the IGL of dreams.
The camera on the spike, though. As soon as John QT taps that, he's going to get tagged by the camera, and Hero will have a perfect opportunity to spam him. There's no way.
There's no time. The young gun might have just outdone him here. John QT is normally on for it, but it doesn't matter. The time is gone, and FNATIC stretch their lead. To have Zekken with a showstopper, Stinger in hand, and, well, to say the least, it's a stack. 4 players from Sentinels. Going for a deeper look here. Zekken just turns away. There was a play around here. You know what's in hand. I mean, I don't know if that was worth it for Kron. Gonna let that fade away.
That's a big investment from Sentinels. They're showing their hand as well. B site is wide open for the taking. FNATIC cannot miss this timing. Right now, it's just a couple of trips for that push through from FNATIC to push into spawn, to push into market, but they don't need to do that. They got that rolling thunder. They can play out of the site once they get that spike planted, but Sentinel's already in position to come and deny this plant. The Alpha.
And look at Sarsi though, he's crept further forward. They don't know about Sarsi. And you gotta know about this man, 10 kills already, he's dead! Hero holds the line. And now John QT and Zelsis' options become near on null. Durka gonna be hungry for this, he's going hunting! He's having his dinner. John QT, once again last alive and very few options. It's time to back away. It's a very strong grip on this game. Looks like a 3-2 split here. Early pressure towards Zekken. Speaking of pressure, that doesn't apply as Zekken gets a new lease of life. You can't get the follow-up and Boaster! Speaking about fragging IGLs, it's Boaster at the helm this time. 2 for him, but John QT has his number. Keeps him in a level situation, 3v3, but the retakes have been difficult, and Hero feeling confident. That's why. Claims another man. It's Tens and Sarsi. The duo over towards the A site. But Hero has been sharp. Ult comes in, should clear towards at least Pillar. Both seen, and actually, hold on.
It catches 2.
That's a problem here. It's only Alpha. who could do anything about this. So the flash to buy a little bit of time, and Ten's going hunting. He wants in. Stunned up, forced to respect. They're trying to close down, but they can't get to them. FNATIC, hold the line!
Contact into B. Knife.
Camera taken.
Sees if anyone's close by.
Oh,
But here's the counter push.
The disrespect from Durka to go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect, but he claims Sarsi's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards this B site.
4-on-4, a little bit of a pause, but Sentinel's still trying to get out of this site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact, as Hero then swing, it looked like that was the intention. They should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's Tens though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from Market. Zekken kicking it up a gear. Now just on Boaster in the 1v2. Pain Shell in play still for Zekken. Boaster to walk back in, and Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer back.
It's always when you have like 1 or 2 sheriffs that you're like, nah.
Cage triggered.
FNATIC trying to just get some economic damage. Search out where John QT is trying to fall back to. John QT realizes he's being hunted right now. He's like, I'm going to try to take you on a wild goose chase because right now, if FNATIC move away from that spike, they need to die to that at the end of the round here.
This is smart. This is really smart from John QT. I think Hero knows that he has to kind of fall back towards that B side. Looking like he wants to try and approach through Market, or at least go out that way. Okay.
Zelsys next.
I mean, how much can they really cost him here? I'm looking at, it's really, Zelsys who's on the chopping block. Ten's going to take away Hero. Zelsys going to be really careful. Yeah, keeps cool, but he's got an army flooding him. That is a valuable weapon dropped.
Firing squad.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to get ready. And Sarsi had the timing right, still took down Hero.
But that's Hero out. He normally plays B. That might tell Sentinels it's an A retake. The knife info as well.
That's pretty big though, finding 2 players there.
But not in a position to capitalize off of it. Right now, Sentinels is grouping back towards B. FNATIC want to do that re-clear on middle. They already have that drone out, clearing everything. They see Tens. If Tens went down there, that would have been huge. The smoke's gone, would make this post plant so difficult to defend against. But FNATIC haven't found out exactly where to go yet. They're playing that retake. 4-on-4. They have their smoke still.
So they've conceded the B site control. They've given that over towards Sentinels. You see Zekken on guard duty, basically rocket in hand, ready. Not going to get anything for it. As FNATIC starting to flood back in through Market. One splitting off his Boaster. Still going to have Util in the backlines from John QT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. And how are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When Tens does that! Back-to-back brilliance from the man. Chronicle and Durka brought to their knees. Boaster and Alpha, options have gone.
They just need a save now. The dart stun combo.
Timing. Oh, Zekken caught just drifting through. Tens remains alive for now, but he's lucky, if anything. And the punishment, the control on B main is kept in the hands of FNATIC. These weapons aren't easy to get hands on, but Zelsys trying to take the challenge. He's got Sassy behind him, and a quick swing. Zelsys beheading Durka, trying to defend this. Police those weapons lost.
4 versus 3 in favor of FNATIC on their eco round here, and John QT trying to search out this A area, get a little bit of information here.
Oh, he's seen a lot in middle there, though. Not sure if he saw 2, maybe even 3.
Camera gets taken out, but the defender camera at B main, ready to just figure out what's going on here if they need to go for the retake. Searching out John QT, though, yeah.
Look at Hero's position. He knows there's a chance of this. A was left completely open. Hero taking a couple of glances towards it, over towards that spawn side. You can see Sentinels cautious in approach. They don't quite know where FNATIC have gone, and this flank is on the way. So a flank on a flank pretty much here. You got to expect the timing to be right from John QT.
Hero knows.
Darcy going to note at least 1. He now knows there's 2, but the trade is there for Alpha.
Hero.
This can get turned on its head. Hero reads it well, and now Zelsys in a 1v3. It's only Sheriffs, but how much can one man do? He's got a player to the right, 1 to the left. The defuse will be beginning in about a second. You take your eye off the prize, and they'll punish you for it. Another opportunity. 2 for Zelsys, maybe a 3rd. No, Hero!
Covering it. Spike
Plant might be questioned, but for now, they hold the site, and they're staying on the site. Sentinels not falling back towards B main. They're looking like they want to get in here. Ten's trying to tee him up. Paralyze goes through. Boaster tries to back away, but he's caught. He is absolutely absolutely sunk. Zekken leading the charge, and now the rest of FNATIC want to avenge their IGL. You gotta look at the flank here as well, you're right. Zellsis gonna be put on notice, catches him. Notes Durka, paint shell goes in, and Zellsis leans forward, but it's Durka and Chronicle in unison, dropping bodies. Darcy holding the back from the market, trying to play to the time perfectly, and they're doing everything they can. But a 1v2 for Alpha, he may not have the time for this. I think it's gone, I think it's too late. Sentinels takes a step over. The trap in play, trying to isolate Boaster here. He's been seen, he's been noted, he's buying time. But it takes time. The rotation on the way. And Chronicle right nearby. He might team himself up for the trade. 10's left out to dry. No one there to back him up until then. Two big picks. John QT and Zellsis take away the players trying to pressure that plant, but it got into play. So Zellsis and John QT still need to stand together. It is a 2v3. Numbers on towards FNATIC's side. Zellsis feeling the pressure on the site. You can see the crossfire in play here. As best they can. Zellsis going to get the contact from all three. Can he divide? Can he conquer? Spots them getting closer. He knows it. He hears it. It's John QT to his side. But Durka succeeds. And now John QT on 39 needs to clutch and he can't. FNATIC make it up to 10.
Stall everything out if they want it.
Paranoia is perfect. Zekken can only get one though so far, but 10's falls for it. It's fine. It's a 4v4. Time beginning to tick. The backline pressured. Hero, this should be called out. They've got to know he's here. Zekken waits in the smoke and he strikes. This is the round. Is this how it happens? The curse potentially coming into play, but a 3v3 and FNATIC shut it down. Now under scrutiny, but oh, John QT, the savior of that moment. A missed shot, and now Sentinels start the ball rolling. The B site is open, it's available. Hero trying to hinder, catching one on the cross, can't land it, John QT does. Setting them up for success, and a plant that he had, and if you're FNATIC, you're pulling the plug, surely. That was perfect from Sen.
A couple of the players on FNATIC have a little bit of cash reserves, but we're also looking at Hero, who's down to 100 credits, so a likely save. They're in the lead.
Now, they're going to know that they've taken over CT space. It's all through market, pretty much. Maybe an eventual flank from Chronicle, but FNATIC have to take some more space back in. They can't just flood through market.
It's going to be hard, though. Sentinels playing forwards. They know this Astral Divide's in play.
Yeah, staying on the site here. Paranoia ready. 10 sends it and then backs. They're just not getting in the door here. Sentinels shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zellsis sent to his death. Forced to fight forward. Sarsi now leaning back, but time is ticking. You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sarsi still stands, as does John QT, and the time is ticking. They are out of time, surely. No more to be done here. No more time to play. Sentinels running it down to the wire.
FNATIC's trying to do this push and pull every time they're trying to take B main and re-aggress into their Sentinels, waiting, ready to punish that. Now another retake potentially for FNATIC, this time in a 4 versus 5.
A little uncomfy there, but all good. Should be able to get the plant now. We're looking at what they've got for the retake. Bulldog.
Spike planted.
Still there for Boaster. SMG for Chronicle.
They have that dart that can smoke off elbow, aftershock out that default box. This is doable for FNATIC. It needs to be perfect though. Boaster trying to take that timing in.
Actually, he's gone in the door. Zekken sends him away though, and now they're struggling, now they're capitulating, now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now. Destined to be a close game between these two. Chronicle can do nothing really. Yeah, he might find one. But unless they completely leave the site, it means nothing. Take a couple bodies, sure. Make it hurt. But the real gut punch of it all for FNATIC will be that it's 11-11 Sentinels.
The greatest weapons. It's all on Dirk and Alpha to find these big openings. Showstopper already wasted. Sentinels looking for that opportunity to jab through the smoke. Counter util ready. That's Alpha affected. No stun, no flash. The time is ticking.
FNATIC running this incredibly low. Again, the ult. Okay, it's going to be down to the wire, but 10's unaffected. Maybe his moment to shine, but forced away. 24 HP, he leans forward, and it just brushes his shoulders. What? He still gets the body for the time. Keep in mind the clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast. John QT forced away. Zellsis fights back, and Sentinels make it up to 12. And then it falls into the one man's hands who could be the threat, who could be the downfall. How diligent are they? It doesn't matter, he still gets one.
Big shot.
Oh, Chronicle, where was
Down
that?
A.
Out of nowhere, catching Sassy on the shock dart. And suddenly, they're left in pieces, fractured on the way forward. TenZ, John QT and Zelsis, you talk about impact players, you got them in this though.
I'm looking at TenZ's ultimate. On a round like this is where you want to try to find your footing into a site and pop that ultimate if you need it back out. Right now, Zelsis is trying to figure out how he can disrupt this retake, the rotations, but deciding to move together here. John QT versus Hero is going to be a big duel toward B, but it's a defense on market. They don't care about the site.
The first fight, TenZ trying to lead the fray. John QT, TenZ, back-to-back impact. TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zelsis hops away, keeps himself alive. Information aplenty, they now know what they're up against, and TenZ's timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around, they go towards site, one towards main, one on pillar, one CT. Hard to find fair fights, and John QT prowling, waiting. One on pillar, one CT. Hard to find fair fights, and John QT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zelsis, but the time is ticking, and TenZ is on the way. The camera comes up, they want to get it towards half. They might just do it, but TenZ, the bully of the big boys! They walk through shower, Dizzy to set it in motion, and they take space. Exchange on the side, those Sentinels. Sassy maybe underestimating how many were there, and FNATIC have kept so many bodies on this site. Yeah, there's no way. Sen completely stunned by this. The only maybe silver lining is that Zekin's been let loose, but the spike has been left over towards A. Maybe if he'd had that, he could have maybe snuck away, but a 1v3 with a classic in hand. I mean, not out of the realms of reality for Zekin.
They know roughly where he was. He got that kill with the paint shells. So, the reposition from FNATIC. They're moving away from showers. They're tripling up, making sure they go together. Durka, he's got paint shells. They got the spot as well.
Yeah, but it's still Zekin. A reposition and a body found.
That second kill gets him a refresh on his paint shells. He's got double satchel paint shells. The spike's not planted on his side of the box. And once FNATIC figure that out, but they need to get to it first.
Nothing short of brilliance demanded of Zekin here. A tap on the spike. And they're forced away, not achieving half. This is doable. It's not done yet. Chronicle. Plant gonna come in. And going for the showers plant here.
Spike planted.
Chronicle, this is so dangerous.
He's gonna be overwhelmed. Surely he's dead, he is! Sentinels, you got pistols and you're making mountains out of molehills. And it might just work. Trying to
the orb.
push this further though. Hero does get traded, TenZ still alive. This is still a threat, this is still a problem. Zelsis finds Alpha. Durka has to pick up the pieces, but time is ticking. John QT, I thought he might have had that there, but is a molly gonna hit in time?
He hasn't even sent it yet.
He hasn't sent it through.
Right here.
There's no time.
This a missed opportunity. I thought that could have been done. I genuinely thought they were in for a shot on that.
Dangerous for him if he gets caught out of position, but
high risk, high reward.
Instead, Alpha goes down.
So it's on Chronicle. So maybe buy time, make them work.
45
Make it
seconds.
not feel so easy. 40 seconds now. Both are trying to clear out towards that B site, but Sen are on the way. Smokes coming into play. That's all they had, opting towards heaven. So Chronicle now with a chance.
30 seconds.
But the timing from Shower is pretty key, can't deny it. And John QT with the punish. Sentinels, beautiful play. High risk, high reward, and Bosa forced to save. Towards B long here. Already pressure on the side, but they haven't broken through by Octagon yet. Now they go. Zekin wants to find Durka, who quickly dodges, but it's John QT to land it. Bosa with the impact. Now down to Zekin and TenZ. And Zekin up above, flies through the air. But he's not there, it's all on TenZ in the 1v1, but where the hell is Chronicle? Even TenZ is unsure, but opts for a plant here, but he's only got a Bucky. How the hell is he meant to get in here now? Did he see him?
He's going for the jump spots, the silent ones too.
He's looking for him. Chronicle, has he made it down yet? I think he might have, just creeping ever closer. TenZ takes a look, takes a glance, and they pass each other, and it is all gonna be down on timing. TenZ completely unaware, spots a pixel and gets the body! TenZ holds for Sentinels!
Then they have a chance to 2-0 this series, but FNATIC picking Bind for a reason. It's one of their stronger maps, right outside of Haven, probably, and Lotus. Sentinels, it's all on them and their teamwork and staying together and staying calm, but 30 seconds left. They're going to have to commit at some point here. They've got Long B and Hookah. It's going to be a big execution.
And they don't have the ults to depend upon this time. It's tricky, and you've got Boaster in what feels like a risky position, but it might just work, especially with the smoke. They're none the wiser, but he still gets one. Trade comes in. Zekken trying to run rampant, but it's still going to be dealt with by Durka. Trying to secure the site. They can't. Durka on the back lines, keeping this in their hands. Time is now of the essence, and they've run out of it. The spike too far. This time, FNATIC hold.
Go a little bit more aggressive. You have the players to go for those fights. They're just afraid of those TP crunches. And as I say that,
that's the players. You've got them, use them. Zekken and Sassy taking away Durka and Hero, their opposing numbers, and John QT closing in the net. Chronicle still going to do some damage. Oh, what is that? Oh, but he gets caught. Tens ain't going to let that slip. Keeps it safe on the site. Backline fight as well. You got to look at Zellsis, look at Alpha. That's closing in. They even get to know where Boaster is. Patience paying here. Zellsis waiting. Alpha caution being displayed. And it ain't clean enough. He does get away with it. But Zellsis going to catch him and bring him back down to earth. But a 1v2 for Boaster. Position was considered, and he's dead and buried. How much can they throw one man? Chronicle, I don't know how you're even still alive. Surely dead now. He had the entirety of the team thrown at him. Site is under Sentinels' control, however.
It's going to be a tough one to break into. Yes, you got Spawn, you got Heaven, you got Showers, but all these smokes and pistols.
How are you meant to make your way through the mayhem? So much in their way, and again, the ult does find a target. You can see Sassy considering, does he fancy biting in on that? But no. Oh, okay. Alpha with a banger. Takes away Zekken. Divide gonna go through. Tens leans forward. The chosen one himself stands tall and holds the ground. Durka damage, he's dead. And now down a Hero in a 1v3. And the time ain't on his side, and neither are the numbers. Sentinels. So that's a different weapon there, though. No respect to it. They want to press the issue. Oh, that's why! Zekken, you are outrageous! And another potential victim. Hero's lucky to be breathing. Again, just onslaught after onslaught. Chronicle tries. Well, he still can only do so much. Hero has fallen. It's on Chronicle, Boaster, and Alpha, who are being absolutely stun-locked out of this game. The pace has been so oppressive from Sentinels. So well done. John QT, never gonna let the round slip, is he? Alpha is there, and the second for Alpha. Now down to a 3v2, but look who's creeping in. John QT, the one to full stop the round, surely. How are they meant to do anything with this man's presence alone? The spike feeling inaccessible. And Sassy not giving them a fight. Trying to play to the timing. Chronicle pries him out, but the time is starting to tick. And John QT knows it. He plays it to the second. He knows what to do.
I don't know.
FNATIC need an answer, Josh.
Thrash instantly as soon as he gets the plant. Nightfall and a fast retake.
Chronicle on the swing, and he hits! Knocking three of them out of the park, leaving just Sassy alive in a 1v5. This would be monumental.
Wait.
Oh my God, it's halfway though. He has to go, he has to swing, and he falls. A valiant attempt.
They have that attack side Nightfall. If they get in the site, they have the Viper's Pit to lock down either elbow or Spawn.
This Mosh should at least isolate the rest of the players away from Zekken, but they're completely unawares. Boaster.
Durka, what?
Just asleep at the wheel, and Zekken just eviscerating them. He's the one to take this site. He is the one in control. And these are problems, these are issues, these are unmistakable. The only one to answer back so far is Chronicle. Zekken still stands, he still delivers. That's 3, 4, Zekken! Outrageous impact, and he knows where Chronicle is. Zellsis.
No, no,
oh, Zellsis.
no.
And we have to say it, we have to state it. This could be the game starting to slip away. This is tournament life. This is what it comes down to, a historical matchup, to say the least. And as it stands, FNATIC are getting flashbacks. Speaking of flashes, you don't want to be saying that, but Chronicle does get a rifle. That's all the redeeming qualities here, as Sentinels control that B site perfectly. Maybe Hero now with the Vandal in hand can lead them back.
It's going to be tough.
High Dizzy, it connects, doesn't find Hero. They read it well, but not well enough.
Wait.
Maybe a chance made. Zekken, the monster of those previous round, pops the ult. That is a warning signal, but Hero still drops the body, fighting with everything they can. Oh, but Chronicle the time! It's gone, it's too late in the day! Durka allowed to focus towards Shower. Good shot. Zekken goes down, dulling the tip of the spear a touch. Sentinels still gonna try and get the plant going here.
Spike
That's in
planted.
play.
They have that Molly also from that Brimstone. If he has a lineup for the spot, it could be free.
Could be, but it's pandemonium on the site, and Tens once in. Where the hell did that go? But Durka still gonna find it with a shorty. Chronicle still controlling. It's on Zelsis, it's on John QT. A clutch would be demanded. Oh, there's not much more he can do. Chronicle, this is the danger. Instead of trying it. Try and fail. Chronicle, that's why you respect him. When he tells you to sit down, you sit down. 2 already to kick things off, and instantly Sen have to fall away from that.
Sit down or I'll bury you, basically. He puts him down. 5 alive for FNATIC, and they put the brakes on. That smoke is making them second guess themselves, but also when they let the round develop like this, Sentinels, they can't play spread apart. If they do, then it's going to be 5 versus 2 or 5 versus 1. So they're going to get a little bit sweaty here.
I would say, though, with John QT and that Sheriff, there's still, like, high levels that this could go any which way. It's certainly not on one path yet. But they've navigated past him, at least for the initial contact. He could still create a little bit of a crossfire, maybe with Zelsis here, or does he play it a little bit late? Options are plenty.
Only 2 stars available for Boaster. He needs to pick which 2 spots he wants to lock out. Hookah and Spawn and Alpha finds that pick. John QT sits in Hookah, but locked out for another 10 seconds here before he can get into the action. And in a 2 versus 5, your options are limited. You have to hope that FNATIC actually make a mistake, slip up here. But the way they've been playing this round so far, doesn't look like it's going to be coming into play.
No, it's very, very tricky to find impact now. The unoccupied space feels so obvious. Boaster probably going to get contact. Beautiful! John QT, yeah, give him a wave. Give him a wave. But any more? If you're FNATIC, you take the round. You don't care about the kill.
Just the Ghost, if he does go down. Oh, man.
That was so nasty.
I think everyone pulled the trigger at the exact same time.
There was no way out. Okay, do we
An
go?
atomic clock on that.
Do we go for the firing squad? I'm still a little nervous here. Okay, Durka. He's going to alleviate my worries. But oh dear. Hey guys, free weapons.
1 enemy remaining.
Don't know why I'm doing horse here. Hey guys, free weapons.
1 enemy remaining.
Don't know why I'm doing horse impressions, but I'm getting nervous, is all I'm saying here. John QT, as I said, they made something out of this round. They've cost them a fair bit here. I think that's at least... Okay, that's a Bulldog lost, maybe. Boaster looking to... run, run, please just run. We don't want another jump spot incident.
Found out the setup. They had that Showers control. The smokes were down. Now they got to leave Boaster there. Come back to short A. It's going to be a quad peek.
Oh, left, right, and he's dead. Overwhelmed Zelsis. He's playing it as late as he can. They're trying to invest the molly, but they can walk ahead of it. They can get ahead of that, and they do. But Zelsis still amongst all of the maelstrom, still here. Just trying to watch between the smokes, between the spam. Plant is in. Hero gets
solo, but he's alive.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
ult coming in. That's a problem. Gets handled well. They're just on that verge now. The Sentinels play this forward, but they flood the site. They're down low on HP. They're running low on players. And they're running low on time. Another Prowler in. They're not getting what they want. There's no access here. It's time to back away and save the weapons.
But a 4-man reclear potentially from Sentinels here.
Yeah, gonna go back in for the fight. Alpha takes down one, but is traded out. The Dizzy does well, and TenZ claims Durka. This is good. This is a man to Sentinels this time. Shower control regathered, but FNATIC still have 50 seconds to try and paint the picture they want to, but that spike is a problem.
It's going to be so difficult to recover this. They do have stars on Astra. They can use these abilities to flush them out. Also, a Molotov from that Viper can clear out certain corners, but this crossfire from Heaven,
It's John QT. His positioning has been outstanding, genuinely, and his timing on the util, again, solidifying the safety of that spike.
The smoke's going to fade away in 5 seconds as well. He needs to re-smoke this if they want a chance.
20 seconds,
Molly.
the Molly now. This is so well done. They are just suffocating FNATIC out of this round. And you talk about his positioning, John QT. He is hard to pin down. He's outrageously good at what he does.
10 seconds
And he reappears at the right time. The spike's still firmly in hand. He tries to make it costly, but FNATIC will have to let this one slip. Sentinels with the right fight in the right place at the right time.
Through the teleporter, this is going to be a free sight for FNATIC here. 5 versus 5 retake potentially coming out. TenZ has a Thrash they could utilize, but they need more spaces to come out of right now. They're looking to do a TP play and come from hookah and spawn at the same time, but there's so many players here, and TenZ goes down.
But a quick trade, Zekken gonna keep it in hand. 4v4, but the time on their side. And Chronicle closing in. The man has been a nightmare incarnate. Hero finds John QT, pressure on CT, and Chronicle step by step getting closer. The inevitable death looking like it's likely. And Chronicle, he sees it all, and he takes down one, spots another with Durka. It's perfect from FNATIC.
It's a swing round.
Yep. Nice.
5-man B-stack. Will they assume that the last 2 players are also in hookah? They're waiting for it, expecting it.
Yeah, they know it. They've read it. Closer collects on towards John QT and Zelsis. I mean, he does like that classic. I think I've heard a couple of things about that.
Yeah.
But what are you meant to do with it here? Nah, not this time. Chronicle, give us the eyes on him. Let's see what the Chosen One can do. Good for one, no more to be done. The Wonder Kid takes over.
That's a big
Takes
volley
over
timing.
Showers, but the Hero's ahead of it. He gets to slip the net. He gets to get the plant. So the time isn't the problem here. 3 players already on this side. Zeka pops the ult. Oh, Booster gets splattered against the wall. A 3v4 in favor to Sen. Alpha down low does have his ult. The Prowler doesn't quite make it. But Sassy aware, Chronicle, the final boss of FNATIC, is still standing. Supported by the young gun Hero, but they are in problems. They are in trouble. The tap on the spike should draw the reaction. John QT finds Hero, and Chronicle's fallen. Sentinels stay in the game.
Remaining on it, that paint shell from Zekken, though, could be a huge timing.
Could be. Waiting for the 50-second goer. It looks like it's in now. The Dizzy goes through. The ult comes in. Zekken falls as Boaster finds him. Alpha going to note the follow-up as well. That's going to be Sassy seen. Held up and denied. The ult then got popped by John QT, who's the one who could maybe stop it all. He takes away Durka and he plays towards the site. Plants in play, and Hero has none of it, leaving TenZ and Zelsu with no options. Time to save, but the fact that he's so far down B-long, now they know what's going on. The divide, that insult to injury, and Durka dives head first. Oh, it's gorgeous! Durka conquering the entirety of the site, but do they know about Zelsis? Well, Zelsis, what are we going to do now? A chance at glory, and he gets none. Alpha ensures safety. Make sure that the plant comes down. Never off guard duty, and Chronicle the closer. And TenZ, this is a hard game to play when you feel like this. You're never in the right place, never at the right time. And Zekken, you got to back away. These weapons are so valuable. 12 is surely here for FNATIC. This back from the brink. And it looks like this is what it comes down to. Durka, his name up in lights. And FNATIC looking to rebound after the arduous map 1. Bind looking like it's going to be in their hands. John QT and Zelsis with a lot of work to do, Josh.
That's showstopper with Durka as well. As soon as they start inching up, it's going to be all over. Durka already opened up the round with 2.
Durka wants this done. Takes another. It's all on Zelsis, and it's over.
Boaster here to back him up. Paranoia as well, ready.
Out of all the players, he's the one you should be scared of. Shaking in your boots. But that shot wasn't clean, but Hero's was. Evades the C's, and Hero leans forward. Chronicle strikes, fighting back with venom to it. Zelsis and John QT now have nowhere to step. The spike got lost deeper. They've lost out on the players. The Sheriff in Zelsis' hand is really the only caveat that's on their side.
40 seconds left. Time's getting low. Turret watches B. And Alpha could actually position himself towards C if he wants to. The rest of his team playing that retake on A. They have the numbers, letting Sentinels go for the site if they want it. Durka on this jump spot. Said, don't worry, Boaster, I got this. 18 seconds left. And they've shown where they want to go. It's going to be so low in time by the time they can get anywhere, but FNATIC's just going to push out before they can get the spike planted.
Retake, Zelsis, there's a moment to shine! It was then! He gets two, he tried everything he could!
They need to get their confidence again. Durka already with that first pickoff.
And Boaster, almost disrespectful.
Spike down A.
Doesn't give them any of the space they'd like to have had. Keeping them tamed, keeping them at arm's length. Tens not finding any way to step forward, and the net's closing. Flanks on the way, and the spike once again left in a very similar place. Yeah, they've cut through towards B, but what are you meant to do?
This positioning's so tough. The FNATIC defense, just where they're positioned, it's in. Yeah, they're not getting cleared.
Enemy remaining.
Exchange.
And FNATIC have stamped their authority at the start here. This is, again, the first two maps just felt like a warning. This is now the war. It comes down to the final map here, and you're seeing the swing of the pendulum. Right now it's in FNATIC's hands, but we know what Sentinels can do. They can turn anything on a dime.
This round, a freebie for FNATIC. 5 classics up for Sentinels, signaling to us they want to have the strongest buy they can going into this next round, this round 3. Imperative for them to pick this up. Tournament life on the line.
30
Turret.
seconds left.
There's a lot to deal with 30 seconds to go. Zekken finds a little bit of safety, and he holds his breath and waits. You can already see the curiosity starting to close down. It's Chronicle to take away Tens. Now Alpha retaking the space. Takes a lot of damage. Zekken strides in, but Hero on the trade. Spike with a quick pivot. Zelsis playing ahead. That's huge. Can he buy enough time? Can he buy enough security? He's desperately trying to readjust on the spike plant. It should be fine on the time. A 3v2 out of nothing. Maybe Sentinels finding their footing here. Boaster and Hero working their way around CT.
They have a little bit to work with. That smoke, a prowler.
Cover going out.
They repositioned, but still the crossfire from the front of the site and the blue door. If Hero goes all the way around and secures this flank, if Boaster makes enough pressure for it, it could be the difference maker.
Last player standing.
Zelsis puts an end to it.
Zelsis, this round was his. You gotta say it. His earlier positioning, catching the rotation back from C. He did everything right for the side, and you wanted a bit more from him. He gave us a whole lot. Boaster gonna try and back away and keep the Odin in hand. And Boaster looking for a pixel. Anyone trying to cross through. Tens seems aware. Actually, the paranoia didn't land. Durka with a new lease of life. Counter paranoia. It may not be on, but Durka certainly is. Finds two. Answered back. Sight still under contest. Hero overwhelmed. And Zekken doing everything he can. Plant in play. Trying to make it happen. Good damage. Look at Alpha.
HP.
So low. Pop of the ult here. They need this plant in now. And it is.
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paint Shell still in play for Zekken. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full HP with that Odin.
Play retake with, but it's got to be traded off of Alpha, right? And for Sasi, 64, still sitting better off. Did he get spotted? He did! Alpha finds him! Zekken, though, can the man become a monster? It looks like he might be able to. 3 in this round, he needs 4! And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes, 15 HP. Paint Shell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding! It's perfect!
Waiting to strike, to get one and leave.
Nah. Wait. Hero? Nah, okay. A nice try, but Sen keeping stable. This is good for them. Find the tempo, control the game. Nice Paint Shell. That could have done some damage, and it did actually. Durka dives in.
He's trying to get the Paint Shells off on the lockdown. He could cancel this. 23 seconds.
That might be enough. And now what do they do? Running low on time and running low on options. Durka going to be on defense. trying to hold this down, hold the line, make them sweat. 10 seconds, where do you go? There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. They try and play forward, but the man himself holds them back. 3 in the round. And all their chances run away with the clock.
They could lock down one of the rotation points. And here they go, right in there.
Thought he might try and fly up towards CT there, but there were 2 waiting. Both trying to catch
No way.
on the backup, and it was Alpha to get second there.
Waterfall
but they're taking
to
a
spawn.
tour. Duck's on 4 HP. Is he hearing this?
This could be a
yeah,
huge
he's
Viper
pinging it
spin.
out. He's pinging it out, but John QT catching the flank as well, trying to give them time. Time to run, time to make it to the side, but they know there's still going to be players here. There's got to be. They find Durka, they do, and he is damaged. He is
Booster
dead.
again.
Surely, Boaster, the saving grace of Durka, who could do no more. Where does Boaster go now? Okay, a 3v2. Sassy and John QT. Nightfall, Viper's Pit, a big couple of ulti, but they want to try and at least secure Mound. John QT gave it a glance, but that's going to force forward Boaster, tries to maybe catch him in that, doesn't get a connection.
Prowler and Haunt, and a Seize to follow as well. 1 HP on John QT, and the Molly!
There's nowhere to run, there was nowhere to hide, but Sassy, this guy is legendary for a reason, and this might be a reminder. 2 in the round, he needs a third. Chronicle was the king of bind. It doesn't matter now. Sassy saving Sentinel. Took 1 timeout and they look right back into it, but they might be taken out again. Zekken leads the fray, as does TenZ. They clear through Mount and they're away. C-Site should be under SEN control. Nothing can stop them now. We might need that counter timeout from FNATIC to re-establish their control in the game themselves. This is a 5v3 and they have no step towards the site.
Sentinels looking so strong right now, and this is when they look the scariest, when they start getting these rounds off the back of these clutches. The X Factor, Saucy 1 versus 3, Zekken getting that big clutch before as well, getting these swing rounds, forcing FNATIC onto these bad purchases, and then once they get these few rounds in the door, they kick up the speed. They find FNATIC. Durka, Bose are both out at the mound, out of position, now out of the round. Sentinels looking to pick up another round here, but already ready to do that execute. Sentinels is right at the entrance, at the cusp.
No fear from Zekken. Now, the fear of God put in by Chronicle, but he's going to be caught here. Does he get punished on this? No. Actually, an opportunity.
Bring them down.
Punishment on this C-Site continuing. Sassy not going to go for the plant just yet.
Chronicle left his ultimate. He doesn't want to get spammed there, and it's going to drop.
But the rotation is going to be in. So 5 players here, and there's only 3 on the site currently for SEN. As we can see the disconnect from John QT. He's got himself waiting for that flank, potentially. Not the worst in the world, not a bad position to be in. Obviously, we know they don't. TenZ looking to get active, looking to get involved. Takes away Hero, knows about Chronicle. The Prowler to the left, but the paranoia sends him away. Oh, but TenZ, he won't fall. He stands his ground and he takes down another. And now down to Chron and Alpha, trying to play it back through. And now all down to Chronicle. He's in trouble. And you can see why. TenZ reigning supreme on the site.
Various position, but the spike actually eyeing up that front B site. Potentially a split.
Oh, the tempo, you talk about it. And Zekken's living it. He saw nothing and still got 2. How are you meant to stop this guy?
Right now, you can't. But a weapon in the hands of Alpha. Chronicle on that Sheriff as well. And that shift over to that A site. Sentinels is going there. They're going to go through that revolving door, but already Hero, Alpha on that site. Potentially being able to isolate some fights here. It all starts with the first kill.
Yeah, pre-fire on it. He's already been forced away. It's on Alpha, who tries to swing, but Sassy too aware. TenZ now in unison with Zelsis.
Spike down A.
They've claimed control of the site, and a 1v3 required for Chronicle. To try and dismantle all 3 of these would be monumental. 1 on tree, 1 on site, now 2. How are you going to divide that?
Maybe saving is in his best interest at this point.
Towards A. The Nightfall there. Boaster is going to be caught up in this. There's no evading that. Oh, and he gets punished. Zekken slicing through the site. That's going to be a plant. That's 5 alive. That's a lot of util as well still to play through. Paranoia with TenZ. The smoke when he feels like it. Sassy with all of the kit. And on the other side, the showstopper for Durka. Hero potentially could get his ult here if he can get a kill. But they're hold strong on the side. Sentinels want safety. They want the numbers for that second half. They want 8 rounds. Anything less may not be enough, but Alpha gonna set it into motion. Taking away Zekin, the spam comes in towards Tree. It's where all the 3 players from SEN are currently sitting. One slay disconnected is Zelsis, but they take over the site, and Durka takes the kill. John QT standing tall for Sentinels, finally put down by Durka for the 1v1. And the time is too low, surely there's no more. There isn't, it's 8 rounds for Sentinel.
Reaffirm them to stay towards C. Here comes the lockdown, but this is a fake. Paint shells to stop it. In position is Durka again. Now that's blocked, but
Ooh, hold on.
Connect. But it's just a fake.
Left.
It's towards A still, and Hero's actually bolstering up that A site. Is it going to be a pivot back through that blue door into B as soon as they get spotted here? 20 seconds remain.
Durka's here though, but yeah, he's still out of position. Boaster goes down. They've unlocked the keys to the castle, but do they expect Chronicle? It doesn't matter. Sentinels striding through the site. Time, 10 seconds. Hero, Durka working together. Desperate to hold on to this. Desperate for a chance. And Sassy is the one to stand in their way. Oh my god, the time. The time. Does he get it? No! Bullets!
They have all their abilities. How is FNATIC going to deal with it? Because they still have Paint Shells and Paranoia. They can make a really good plan and jam them up in Waterfall and Spawn. Right now, playing a little bit too standard, potentially.
Yeah, and actually opting to go back towards site itself. So no one slipped back towards Mound, just leaving the turret towards it. The Prowler goes towards CT. That gets at least a slight connection. They now know that they're getting towards this. 3 through Waterfall, 2 through CT. It's Sassy to start it off. Taking down Hero, and Durka now blinded. Put to the corner and dealt with by Zekin. Another step taken. The HP dwindling. Sentinels. This could be the first nail in the FNATIC coffin. Oh, and it's just flawless. You know, a little bit close here, try and catch someone out of place, but you're not catching Sen right now. They're catching you. Sassy gonna find Chronicle. Hero tries to lean forward, gets caught by the Paranoia, and nearly punished. But the plant gonna come down now. And barely damage done towards Sen as they slowly step back towards that B site. Ten's the first one who might have an issue though. There's 2 players over towards that blue door. Sassy going to alleviate some of the pressure. Durka looking to be rewarded, and he is. Turns around, leaves the weapon over towards his teammate. The flood comes in. Exchange of space. Now they're locked out towards blue door. What are you meant to do with this? 4v2. They're locked off. They're smoked off. They are screwed, and they have to watch as the defuse comes on in. There is no escaping their fate. 10 rounds for Sentinels.
Just recycling that Viper orb. This first contact kill is pivotal. Durka doesn't get it.
No, but John QT will. That's the spike. Oh, it couldn't be anywhere worse. As now they can control it, temper it, and it feels just like a death funnel through there. What are you meant to do?
Slow motion train wreck happening here. The recycling of these, the crossfire that they have.
They can't do
34
anything.
seconds, FNATIC.
They are watching their tournament life be drawn away from them second by second. It will be 11 if Sen convert this, which looks exceedingly likely. And it's an excruciating death for FNATIC here. That spike is the downfall. There is no recovering this. And the round will fade away.
10 seconds
and so will a lot of FNATIC's hopes on this one. Could be placed on that board after this round.
Oh, not again!
He's just repeating these nightmares over and over, and Ten's at the helm. Zelsis ready and waiting. Reading it
Catch them.
so easily. Not looking phased now.
Bomb grenade out.
And they let them take a little bit of space, but there's no security behind it. There's no safety here.
4v5.
Spike
We've seen
planted.
Sentinels win these types of rounds constantly this series. FNATIC, they haven't. Their post plants, even with 5, haven't looked too hot. Right now, Durka and Hero in that heaven, trying to disrupt the retake a little bit.
Where are you?
Sentinels taking their time, making sure they're moving together. Now they're grouped. Now the retake comes in.
And it's almost an extended bonus. Anything is a benefit in this sort of round, and for FNATIC, it's a must-win. The scales tilted against them. Sassy goes down. It's going to be Chronicle taking them away step by step. Maybe a chance made here, but Sentinels fighting back in. Durka dies. Wait, the timing. He's got the defuse. Almost caged behind that door. When do you unleash him? You do it now. You take away Chronicle, and suddenly you're back to a 4v4. There's
Durka.
problems left, right, Zelsis takes him away, and now down to 3. Man advantage to Sen. Alpha from the back lines fighting back. Takes away John QT.
40
no
seconds
plant. Where do they go?
3 versus 3, no space really taken from these guys. They've spotted most of these players on the defense, but they're going to run themselves out of
30
time.
seconds
FNATIC
left.
so indecisive in these moments, but they have to make a final decision and end somewhere. Enough time past Sentinels is actually over-rotating to C, and FNATIC's going to find an open site.
Okay, plant's going to be in. Now we look at the post plant. How much space are they willing to take? Trying to establish
My ultimate is ready.
some utility, and the TP is here.
Info. Realizes it's
Kevin,
not close.
Nothing.
Oh, he
Missed.
sticks it. But now he knows, hey, they're not spawned yet, which means they over-rotated.
Door,
Careful
flank.
flanking. Yep.
You're calling these positions out now, but with Zekken standing, there's danger, there's threat, as with Zelsis, as with Sarsi.
Turret, the alarm bot, the smoke at the front of the site, the crossfire. FNATIC,
Kind of clear.
this is looking good for them.
A chance made. But Sentinel step by step, closing in, now down to 2, Hero and Poster, but Zelsis, one by one, taking them away as Poster has to try and save him, and it's an absolute nightmare in the making. Diffuse is in, no way!
The mollies, the alarm bot. It's a
got it all.
fortress that they have to break through right now. FNATIC, if they don't pivot back to B,
They're
They
going,
might- oh,
they're
they're
going
gonna walk
ahead.
into traps.
Zelsis, are you going to be their downfall? No!
Wait.
Chronicle strides in, kicks down the door. John QT, the difference maker before. Eyeing it up now, trying to stand his ground. 20 seconds, smoked off by Waterfall. Maybe FNATIC have done enough to control the site.
15
Paint
seconds,
shell
though.
posted. They got to be cautious here. That plant isn't for free. They're trying to test this. Tens gonna open the door, swing it. Boaster, big impact, finding 2. Plants in play. Tens and John QT. Are you up for this? 2 low players, maybe 3 you could argue. And it's Tens. And it's John QT. You give them credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying duo. But right now, they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As Tens leans in. Oh my God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? Tens desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough. Chronicle.
it's gonna flush you out. There's nothing that can stop him.
Okay, lockdown now. Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's Pit if they just push through towards CT, but there's 3 players and they can spam this the hell out. It is going to be the battle of Spawn breaking out now, and second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart FNATIC. Limb by limb they fall, and this is what it comes down to, a 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved for the special few. And Sentinels is that team.
Coming into the series, I was not expecting Sentinels to be playing as strong, well gelled together, not against a team like FNATIC that is so known for being able to set the tone of the match, deny all this, everything from happening, and they look so elated right now.